Here's what I can tell you about President Trump. He's heartbroken as to what's going on in our country and the world at large. He thinks he can fix it, and he told me he has unfinished business. So I will be shocked if he doesn't run for president in 2024. This is the party of Donald Trump. If you think otherwise, you're in for a rude awakening.
Unfinished business like revenge. The Republican Party still can't shake the former guy. Here to talk about it, MSNBC contributor Michael Steele, former Maryland Congresswoman and MSNBC political analyst Donna Edwards, and Pulitzer Prize-winning columnist Connie Schultz. Connie is also the New York Times bestselling author of The Daughters of Erie-Town. Thank you all very much for being here. And also, Michael Steele is the former chairman of the Republican National Committee. And so, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to start with you. And that is, you know I'm going to have to start with you, Steele. Come on. Lindsey Graham says unfinished business. And I said that for Donald Trump, that really means revenge. Am I wrong? He doesn't have any policies.
No, there's no policies. Look, I was laughing when he says that, he has unfinished business and he want to fix the problems. I was like, dude, you're the reasons we have the problems. What are you talking about? You want to fix what you broke? No, you don't get to do that. I'm sorry. And Lindsey's right about one thing. Yeah, Donald Trump right now is setting himself on the path to become the nominee of the party because everyone, like Lindsey Graham, is doing the fait accompli. This is his party, and if he wants to be the nominee, all the others stand down. So fix it? No, baby, you broke it. You don't get to fix it. We, the people, we're going to fix it. And we're going to fix it by keeping you out of the White House. That's how we
Well, keeping him out of the White House. But Michael Steele, do you really think Donald Trump is going to run again for a job he didn't like to begin with?
No.
Okay. All right.
Lindsey, in typical Lindsey fashion, is just blowing a whole lot of Southern smoke. No, it's not. I don't think he does. He doesn't want to work. The job requires work. He realized he could not do the command and control where he could get the government to do whatever the hell he wanted it to do, from his Justice Department to his State Department. Mm-hmm. He realized that he couldn't control it the way he wanted to. It requires too much work. But he'll be a pain in everyone's behind on the way.
Mm-hmm. Donna Edwards, let me get you to react to something else Senator Graham had to say on Sunday Morning Futures. This is what he had to say on voting restrictions.
We can't talk about policy because he's failed on the policy front, so he's trying to make all of us racist as Republicans. I've known Joe Biden for 20, 25 years. I've never seen this Joe Biden. This is demagoguery. It's offensive to me in every state trying to shore up their voting laws.
I mean, Donna, I've never seen this Lindsey Graham. Your reaction?
That was my thought as well, that Joe Biden has never seen this Lindsey Graham, who continues to try to prop up a Republican Party that really, if you look at these state laws that across the states, introduced more than 300 bills introduced in 48 states, that the reality is that the Republican Party is perpetrating the lie, the big lie, and then is doing that by trying to suppress black and brown voters. And that is really clear, which is why Lindsey Graham doesn't really have anything to defend in the Republican Party. And he has every reason to fear that Democrats are going to fix that.
Connie, I want to switch gears and switch senators. Another favorite, Senator Ted Cruz on Sunday Morning Futures. Same show, this time about... Okay, just listen.
Big tech was behaving as the partisan enforcers to try to skew an election, and they did in fact skew an election, and they're continuing now to censor information if it disagrees with the official government line. I gotta say, it's the same thing you see happening in a communist country like China, in a communist country like Cuba, where if there are facts that are contrary to the government orthodoxy, the dictatorship prevents you from sharing the facts. Big tech is doing the same damn thing here in the United States.
I mean, he hit every buzzword, every emotional whatever. Kind of your reaction. What's he talking about?
Well, he's a buzz, all right. I think that both he and Lindsey Graham are making clear that this is indeed still the party of Donald Trump, which is really good news, first of all, for Democrats who are running. In our state in Ohio, they are in the Republican primary for the Senate race here. They are out-Trumping one another, trying to be as racist as possible in many of their comments, trying to be worshipful towards Trump. All we have to do is to keep reminding people, Donald Trump, in his willful negligence, is why hundreds of thousands of people died unnecessarily during the pandemic. Donald Trump is why racism, they're broadly broadcasting it in supermarkets and parking lots, not just in their politicians who seem to be so afraid of alienating Donald Trump. Good. Get the word out. This is the Republican Party now. This is not the Republican Party I knew even 20 years ago, and I've never been a fan, but I was certainly willing to know some who were willing to stand up to their president when he was wrong. This is insanity, but it's worse than that. It's racism. It's misogyny. It's, again, willful neglect that led to hundreds of thousands of deaths that didn't have to happen. That's the party they want to hitch themselves to. Go for it.
We got about 2 minutes left, but I want to give each of you an opportunity to talk about what we saw last week when it comes to voting rights and black women like Congresswoman Beatty and Cora Masters Barry and others who we saw in the Roosevelt Room who are now putting their bodies on the line, some for the first time, others for the umpteenth time, because this is their second go round at this. Connie, I'll start with you and then go backwards. Your thoughts on where we are now?
Well, look, this is what women do, right? You said it. They put their bodies on the line to protect others. And I just keep thinking about what happened to those insurrectionists on January 6th and how they got to walk out and go home compared to what happened to these people, mostly women, who are protesting on behalf of everyone who should have the right to vote.
Donna Edwards?
Yeah, my thought is that I think the president's speech last week was a really important marker. But as Congresswoman Beatty has noted, we need more than speech. We need action. And I think continuing this kind of public pressure is going to be really important to moving voting rights forward in the United States Senate. And for Democrats, it is both a moral and a political imperative.
And Chairman Michael Steele, who I assume is still a member of the Republican Party.
I am only because it pisses them off. The reality of it is, if it's going to get done, it will be women who will do it. And I think that is now more and more evident, as we saw in 2018, as we saw in 2020, and as we will see in 2022 and going forward. If it's going to get done, it will be women who will do it.
It's going to be women who will get it done, and it's going to be black women in particular who are going to lead the charge. Michael Steele, Donna Edwards, Connie Schultz, thank you all very much for coming back to the Sunday Show.